Hey, welcome in and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for taking time to join me. I super appreciate you always. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for today. It is Lionsgate Portal today. Whoop, whoop. It is 888, which is pretty fabulous. Anytime in numerology there are multiple numbers, it amplifies that energy. And we have been talking a lot about change, transformation. We have 4 planets in retrograde right now. Retrogrades give us the opportunity to reevaluate, to refine, make adjustments. And 888 is such a powerful number around manifestation. It's like putting active energy into those places in our life. It's very, very powerful. So whether you like to do the witchy stuff, set intention, do ritual, ceremony, or you just like to use your mind, set your own intention, it all is the same. And it really just helps keep us focused on our path. There has been a heavy theme of commitment lately, and we're being tested for sure. There is some heaviness in the air, of course. We, are experiencing some of it today. I'll get into that a little bit more after we do this energy cleansing. I like to do these to set the tone for the reading, clear out any unwanted blocks, energies from your own life that might be in the way of the reading. And this is also a really good time to set your own intention as well. Messages you would like to receive, guidance, direction, etc. Definitely give those to Spirit. Be open to receive, and we will get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best from coming through. Fear, doubt, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration, impatience, pain, suffering. Release it from our being. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Ooh. Mama Love. Mama tried to burn me. All right. Amen. Okay. So let's get into it. So there is some heaviness in the air. The moon has been taking a hit recently. I've been talking a lot about this, and today the moon actually just moved into Libra, which we're seeing the South Node and Black Moon Lilith in Libra as well. All 3 of these planets are in conjunction, meaning they're on top of each other and therefore also amplifying one another's energy. The South Node and Black Moon Lilith are really tricky energies to deal with because they speak a lot to playing on our comforts, our patterns, where we kind of resort back to when things feel uncomfortable. Right? It can be a habit within ourselves. It can be a thought. It can be a belief. It can be limiting what we choose, what we go after because we don't feel worthy or good enough. Or it could be the people that we surround ourselves with. And there is this energy of being aware of those things, but also not fixating and focusing on them, right? Like all we can do is what we can do. We can't control people, situations around us. And there is this heavy energy of release and letting go and finding peace. We're actually seeing resistance astrologically in the places we're trying to fix things that we know are broken. Things that are too painful, too much damage has been done. It's just not getting off the ground, whatever that may be for you, however that resonates. Yes, there are things, obviously, that can be worked out. It's a judgment call, but I'm speaking specifically to the things that it's just like, your instincts are telling you, your intuition is telling you, you're getting sign after sign after sign. And I feel like in some ways you might still be waiting on a sign that confirms like how you want it to play out, the fantasy, the ideal. And it's not happening. And I feel like it's bringing in some anxiety. It's bringing in some fear. It's pulling you back into this space of depression or limitation from like doing things you have to do, doing things that do actually like honor, nurture yourself. And again, sometimes we do have to give ourselves a break. Sometimes we do have to take a step back, get in some extra self-love, self-care 100%, but not to the point that it's causing resistance or it's coming from that place of false belief. I feel like you're getting the confirmations that you need. It's not happening on your timeline, and that's also making it a little bit more arduous, making it feel like, But honestly, that tags back to the retrogrades that we're experiencing. It's Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto right now. Saturn is all about forcing us to learn lessons we don't want to look at. It's karma, i.e. that South Node and Black Moon Lilith I was talking about in Libra. Libra deals specifically with our relationships. So we're seeing these energies pop up in our dynamics in the way that, again, the places that are being challenged of, is this valuable to carry forward with you? We make changes, we transform so that we can evolve, so that we can expand. And that's the beauty of it, right? The next sign is Sagittarius, Jupiter energy. And this is about bringing that expansion to self. The sun is in Leo right now, and Leo is this energy of connecting with, the love of who we are, why we love ourselves, why we're unique, why we're beautiful. And that's a very hard thing to do, right? We don't give that a lot of credit because we're so often busy tackling all the things that are in our environment, right? So the moon pops up, reminding us that, again, things are going to feel emotional, especially around the changes I feel that were unexpected, that we feel blindsided by, is what I'm hearing. And here's the thing, it's things that like, okay, this is a lot. It's things that like our intuition already knew. And we don't want to hear it. Like we kind of just want to pretend it's not there, because there is pain and grief attached to it. That has also been popping up in our readings. Seeing the change, the closure from a new perspective. Understanding that only so much can be done. And it's not all up to you to make it happen, especially when it comes to these past energies, right? Sometimes we do just have to close out cycles, even when we don't have closure with that individual, with that situation. Ooh, they're flying today. I'm gonna put these ones back. Okay, yeah, so looking at things a little bit more decidedly, right? Not being so hung up or invested in what you know is not going to work out or is not really, again, worth the time and energy, right? Like, it's because here's the thing, it's blocking your luck. The more you focus on something that you don't have control over, the more it blocks this synchronicity and this alignment from coming in. And we've been seeing this for a hot minute, right? I feel like this has been manifesting for the last few weeks. Yes, we knew it was coming in, that it's like in our environment. But it wants to become something. Ace of Cups has also been popping up a lot in our readings. So as soon as we stop obsessing, fixating, focusing on, again, what we can't control, what is out of our hands, someone else's responsibility specifically is what I'm hearing. It's like so many things happen at once. The sooner this comes in, then you actually get some clarity, some messages, someone reaching out, someone trying to extend an olive branch is what I'm hearing. Messages for new beginnings. And it's nice. Like, it does feel nice. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever this is, whomever is coming towards you does have a sense of wanting to find balance and harmony. Let's look at this a little bit more. I'm going to finish pulling on these other ones. Okay, yeah. Being a little bit more flexible is what I'm hearing, not being so rigid during this time either. 888 is all about that. It really is amplification of manifestation. It is about messages, speed, synchronicities coming up and aligning. And this is a great day to get very clear on what we feel like we're being blocked by. It can be a person. Try to go a little bit deeper. I would encourage you, not in a weird way, but I think a lot of those times we attract relationships because we need to heal something within ourselves, because there's a belief about ourselves that really needs to be looked at and reevaluated through the eyes of love. And I feel like this Page of Bones has been coming up. Money, finances are attached to this. I feel like there's maybe a little bit of a lack mentality, fear around finances, fear how it's affecting your home environment. It's like taking your eyes, and I get this, right? So like when life gets messy, when we don't have a lot of money in our pocket, or we're feeling stressed about bills, or work's not coming in, whatever it may be, right? We tend to fixate and focus on that more because we're trying to find a way to solve that problem, right? To bring in more money. But again, I feel like where you're putting your focus is very, very important. And when we look at energy healing, energetic dynamics, it is that value of manifestation. You put your intention towards what you're trying to draw in, not what's not working. Because the more we put it towards what's not working, the more we attract confirmation of that. In quantum physics, bosons of a feather flock together. Look it up. But essentially, like attracts like. And I think it's playing a lot on our emotions. I feel like you're also picking up other emotions of the past. Speaking of energetic courting, we have to remember that we can create energetic connections with people, with situations. And when we think about it, when we tap into it, when we tune into it, it enlivens that energy. Queen of Wands is thinking about you, wanting to reconnect. There is this healing energy around it. We see confirmation as time moves a little bit, whether this manifests today or in the near future. This has been coming up a lot for us lately. So again, I do feel like some things are coming through. And I do really love the star. The star is governed by Aquarian energy, and Aquarian energy really is about hope for the future. It's our utopia. It's our ideals of how we want things to be. And I think that's part of where the stressors are affecting you right now, is not having this sense of stability, and then still having these emotion, these feelings linger from the past that have been very painful. I feel like you do sense this coming. Let's see what this conversation is about. Yep. New beginnings. What are some options for moving forward? How can we handle this situation? How can we handle this dynamic? I do get a level of authenticity, but I think this person is hesitant. They haven't made a decision 100% to come forward. This could be with family or people who feel like family, 10 of Pentacles. Evaluating how it would affect everything. There's a lot of people popping up. We've been seeing this dynamic manifest in our readings as well. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of, there's a lot of opinions for some reason. And you sense this, you feel this. I feel like this is also what's making you feel a little untethered, a little emotional, because you're not really sure how you would approach this. I think that your emotions, depending on how you feel, is cultivating a different response. And here's the thing, this is what I'll say, which I have not really touched on, is how much power you hold right now. We've also been seeing this pop up in our readings, and I feel like we're not seeing it, you don't see it. You have the Magician, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands and luck. The Knight of Wands is very lucky because he does have the kahunas to go out and try something new, right? He'll roll the dice, and always ends up on top, maybe, but in general, I'm saying if you're pursuing something that's like pushing you in a way that's requiring you to have a lot of courage, this guy has it. This is in our blocked energy today, so reminding yourself that. Some of this is on you for sure, no shade. Some of this is also on the environment, on things aligning in the right way. But again, that's why our first card, which is always the strongest energy, is about not continuing to dump our obsessions, our focal point onto something that doesn't deserve it. It's time to manifest. This is going to come to head, and it even shows it in that way in the astrology. Black Moon Lilith is, again, kind of messing with us, trying to make it look like you're wrong, you're bad, it's never going to happen, you're delusional, X, Y, and Z. And in reality, it's, there's certain things in life, it's the climax, it's fated, it's what has to happen in order for there to be that shakeup in the energy so we can move forward. Sometimes things do have to break apart, fall apart in order to kind of get that opening, right? And that's exactly what's happening, and I feel like you're preparing for this while dealing with not only just like what you got to do in the day, but also how it's affected you emotionally, how the ramifications for people's actions, the way they handled situations, Page of Stones, the amount of immaturity, not thinking things through, and also not being able to own up to that. But again, I know I knew it was going to come up. I had it. I gathered it with the deck and Ace of Cups. So it's like, I think despite, there are some situations that you do have, like I was saying in the very beginning, that do want to make peace and do want to move forward. And I would say, especially with that Seven of Cups energy, if they're open to options, if they're open to conversations or whatever you need, then that's someone who's working in reciprocity. That is someone who wants to find ways for balance so both parties or whatever feel good. But we also have to be wary of these other energies that are being a little bit more manipulative, that are trying to take advantage. Yeah, the things that we are trying to move away from. And this is all about that testing energy that we've been seeing lately. Spirit wants to make sure that we've learned the lesson, right? This time, especially of Pluto moving into Aquarius, it is all about our empowerment. We are being forced to really refine the way we think of ourselves, who we are, our power, our worth, what we bring to the table. And again, I mean, I do believe that's like a lifelong journey or whatever, evolution, however you want to say it. But I also think it is something that is a heavy focal point right now, because with Pluto entering Aquarius, it is about tapping into that utopia, that idea of wish fulfillment, right? We did have the star on the board where it's like, it might not be perfect in this moment, but it's going to be pretty darn good if we spend time, energy investing into that thing, you know? And we'll be able to feel it. We'll get those confirmations, whether you get them through goosebumps or synchronicities coming up, or, you know, just like a little intuitive hint. They're coming. Swan spirit, I love it. Time for a deep dive. I love this energy because swans are known for their partnerships. And it, you know, when we're thinking about the way that we are balancing our life, how we are, what we're investing our time, energy into, we're going to be the most successful. We're going to be the best version of ourselves when we have people and situations around us that support us, right? It makes the bullshit that much easier to deal with. And this is a reworking of that from that really empowered energy, the eagle spirit. I really love that. Spirit has your back. We're being challenged in ways that are uncomfortable, that are requiring us to have a lot of courage, you know, a lot of foresight, like knowing that we are going to make it to that end goal, or there is light at the end of the tunnel. For some of us, that has been way longer than what we wanted to deal with. But remember, every lesson, every challenge provides an opportunity for growth and evolution to really expand in an empowered way. Yeah, frog spirit. Clear out the clutter, of course. Thank you. And again, that is really just confirmation of this 888 portal. Yes, it is amazing for manifestation, but the way that we do that is through clearing out the BS, through walking away, not being afraid to let go, knowing that if and when we do, there is luck on the other side, because we did have the courage to step away from something or someone that just didn't feel heart honoring, or we knew it was at the end, right? And being honest with ourselves right now about that and about those things is difficult and also very important. So thank you so much for your time, energy always. I hope you have a fabulous Lionsgate 888 portal. I hope you found messages that resonated here. Thank you so much for your time and energy always. I really appreciate you. Drop comments below if it did resonate, or if you just want to connect, a little TLC, I would love. Have a fabulous Lionsgate day. I'll talk to you later.